Hello, Health Stream people. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about the doctors that I used for my healing journey. So this would include doctors who focus on hyperthyroid and hypothyroid, thyroid issues, intermittent fasting. There are some that are focused on keto and all sorts of nutrition, chiropractic, energy work. Take from those what you will. I don't do keto. I don't do paleo. But some of these doctors highly recommend those. So let's get started. The first doctor I wanted to talk about is Dr. Eric Berg. Dr. Berg has written a book, The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. His website is drberg.com, drberg.com, and he also has a YouTube channel. You can find that under Dr. just Dr. period, Eric Berg DC, the capitals D, capital letters D and C, and that's because he's outside of Washington, D.C. And he focuses on, he's a chiropractor and he focuses on weight loss, but a healthy focus to weight loss. So basically focusing on health to help you to lose weight. Because unless you figure out what your health issues are, your body is not in a place to let go of the fat and the water that it's holding. So he talks a lot about intermittent fasting and he talks a lot about keto. He used to talk a lot about body types. I don't see that as much on his website anymore. But you can call him for a consultation. He has programs. He has hundreds of videos on YouTube. So there's a wealth of information there. So most of the information that I'm giving you is free. But through sharing of this information and your own research, you'll find things that you gravitate to and you'll pursue those to see what's right for you. Next doctor I wanted to talk about is Dr. Rhonda Patrick. She has a website called foundmyfitness.com, foundmyfitness.com, and she is a PhD. I'm not sure exactly what the title is, but she focuses on nutrition and longevity. So if you go to her website, you'll see a lot of articles and discussion about longevity. She's a doctor who focuses on broccoli sprouts, which I now grow because of her. And actually, I'm with Greg because of Rhonda Patrick and broccoli sprouts. So that was all crazy, strange, but really cool. And she also has a YouTube channel called Found My Fitness with no spaces. And she also focuses on DNA. So if you were to get, which I did do, your 23andMe DNA results, you can download the raw data from that. She has a tool on her website which goes deeper, much deeper dive into your DNA as there is regards to health, in regards to health. So you can take your raw data from 23andMe and then put it into her tool to get even more insights into your genes. Sorry. Next is Dr. Josh Axe, A-X-E. He is also a chiropractor. He and Jordan Rubin, who was the founder of Garden of Life products that I've been using for maybe 20 years, maybe more, probably 20 years. He was the author of, his first book was called The Maker's Diet, and he had healed himself. I believe he had either IBS or Crohn's, and he had healed himself through natural foods. And you can Google him and you can see his before and after pictures. It's ridiculous. I mean, he looked, if you saw Adam Driver in the movie Silence, he looked like that. Amazing. And now he looks amazing. He looks like the epitome of health. Anyway, he Dr. Axe and Jordan Rubin came together and they started a company called Ancient Nutrition. So Garden of Life is still out there, but now there's Ancient Nutrition, and they make bone broth, different things like that, collagen. And Dr. Axe, and Jordan Rubin is often on the videos as well, they have a YouTube channel, or he has a YouTube channel, Dr. Josh, Josh, Axe, A-X-E. And Dr. Axe's website is draxe.com, draxe.com. So a wealth of information there. I mean, videos. You could just keep watching videos and never stop. But you learn a ton. It's great and amazing. And they'll all convince you that food is medicine. This is the way you need to go to heal yourself and make yourself happy. Your happiness has a lot to do with your health, right? Your hormones, how you feel. It's all related. Next doctor that I wanted to talk about is Dr. Jason Fung, F-U-N-G. He has a YouTube channel, Dr. Jason Fung, and his website is dietdoctor.com. And he focuses on intermittent fasting. He is a Canadian doctor who worked with diabetic patients and noticed that they were healing when they were fasting. Put two and two together, started using this on his diabetes patients, and then eventually extrapolated that out to everyone in general. And now we have, I'm sure he didn't pioneer it. I know there were some, had bought a book from doctors in the UK who were touting the benefits of not necessarily intermittent fasting, or there's different words for it, time restricted fasting, label it what you will. They were proponents of the 5 and 2, so you don't fast for 5 days, and then for 2 days out of the week, and they don't need to be consecutive. You should only eat a light 500 calorie meal in the middle of the day. So I don't know who started this whole fasting fad, but I know that he is critical in that discussion. Next is Dr. Eric Ozansky, and that is Osansky. He also has a book. So he is a chiropractor who had Graves' disease. Graves' disease causes hyperthyroid, I guess. Hyperthyroid is a condition, and then the disease that causes it is given a name. So he had Graves' disease, as I have Graves' disease. And you can see his name on the bottom. Oh, DC, that must mean Doctor of Chiropractic. Not District of Columbia. Okay. Now you know. Now we know. See how you grow? He also does help people with hypothyroidism and Hashimotos. So he does talk about the thyroid in general, but he's mainly focused on hyper because he knows that enough or more about it because he experienced it. He healed himself through natural pathways, through diet, through supplementation. And I had learned of him, I think just by Googling. His website is called naturalendocrinesolutions.com. Natural endocrine is ENDOCRINE solutions.com. And his website is Natural Thyroid Doctor, no spaces, Natural Thyroid Doctor. So I had called him because he offers consultations. You pay him a fee, and then he orders you a bunch of tests, and then you have to pay for those tests. So there was a hair test, there was a saliva test, which was torture for me. There was a stool test. There's a urine test, I'm pretty sure. And then a bunch of blood tests. I think that was all of it. But it's been a while now. And then I used, who I'll talk about next, my local chiropractor that I see for follow-up, and he worked with her to gauge my progress. But he gives you diet advice, not diet to lose weight, but diet how to manage this affliction or this condition with food, supplementation based on the tests that are run, and he is the one that definitely encouraged me to avoid toxic things, chemicals, processed food, switch my water filter to zero water, ZERO, zero water, and only drink organic coffee. There's a lot of chemicals in coffee. Be careful of what you put on your body. So depending on the severity of your condition, you may or may not take on these other things, right? How much can you do of this? And maybe you start small, changing little things, changing your laundry detergent, and then you eventually change everything. But if you go from being a totally toxic average American and someone says, be this perfect, clean humanoid, you're going to reject it and you're not going to do any of it. So don't do that to yourself. Say, I'm going to change this little thing, and then eventually that gets normal. And then you'll say, I could change another thing, and then you'll change another thing, and that gets normal. And then you're on the path to a better way of life. So, that being said, my local chiropractor that he worked with, who is excellent, does not have a website because I learned of her through word of mouth. She has enough patients. She doesn't need any external marketing. She doesn't need any social media. Everything, all of her business is really word of mouth. And I'm so blessed to have found her, and I've been going to her for, 3 to 5 years. And she's become a trusted friend. Here's her card. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, her name is Gretchen Silver. Dr. Gretchen Silver. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing this. But she's no longer in Montclair. She used to be in Montclair. Now she's in Roseland, New Jersey. And she is focused on health and nutrition using supplements and energy work. So she uses applied kinesiology, which is really cool if you've not done it. Your body basically tells her what you do and do not need, and by using your resistance of your body, it's crazy. And using a method that we use often, which is called NET, and I don't know what that stands for, but it's amazing. It's all emotional. Basically, your emotions from your whole life get stuck in your body somewhere and cause issues. I know, crazy, you don't believe me. I don't care. It works for me. You see my before and after pictures? You don't have to believe anything I say. I don't care. I'm loving life. What else can I say about that? Oh, so it's, when you think you might not remember a lot of your life or all of your life, or maybe you remember this one scene from when you were young, or this one scene from grammar school, or this one scene from your first job. Why do you remember those? Because they were impactful, and usually they're impactful in a traumatic way. You're holding some emotion, some negative emotion that's on with that, because you have that memory, and you get this, like, I don't want to say burning, but it is this burning energy a little bit, like this, like, something's not right with that. I don't like remembering that. Well, those things come to mind during this process, and they get cleared, and then it's amazing. You think of these things, and they don't carry that energy anymore, and that helps you to open the flow. So, highly recommend talking to her. And then finally, the only non-doctor that I really follow is Thomas, and I don't follow him closely because I don't really do follow his methods, but he does seem to do a lot of research, and his videos are pretty enjoyable. Thomas DeLauer. Thomas is his YouTube channel is Thomas, and his last name DeLauer. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. DeLauer. And he talks a lot about intermittent fasting, keto, diet, and exercise. And if you see his before, he has a video of his why he started this channel, and his before and after pictures. Oh. And you can see why I watch his videos. I think he might be married, whatever. Look, he doesn't go on YouTube without a shirt for no good reason. It works. It works. I'm not gonna lie, it works. So anyway, those are some of the resources people have asked about. Those are the resources I use. If I come across any others, I will definitely let you know. But if you have any questions, please do ask. I'm happy to share. I'm always happy to share information, because you don't need to not feel good. You don't need to not feel good. You just need the right answers. And I know you've been trying things. You've been trying to lose weight. You've been trying to get healthy. You've been dealing with this autoimmune. And clearly, let's not forget the medical medium, Anthony Williams. Hello. Which, to be honest, for me, I feel, not to discredit any of the others, has been the number one key to unlocking this for me. So, but obviously he has many books, and I have most of them. And my plan is to do one video on each of his books, because I feel like they're that important. So anyway, if you have any questions, please let me know. Happy to share whatever advice, information I can. And that's about it. All right. Peace out.